See the light.
Okay, I think that was okay. That was Robert Kelly, Sign of Victory, and it tells us exactly the state of the revolution. So we're getting there, and I think the signs are palpable now, and everybody, in fact, people who used to think that this whole thing was a joke, they now begin to understand that it's not a joke. I think that the effect of the Anglophone crisis, of our revolution, has been portrayed by Mr. Biya himself. When you see a president driving in a 2018 Range Rover, which is all bulletproof and all of that, it tells you that the man himself knows that he's not secure. That even in Yaoundé we can bring him down. That's just the translation, the literal translation of what Mr. Biya did yesterday. And so please, if you join in, you share, and let's know where you're watching from. I want to seize this opportunity before I start this live show to salute all those of you who are listening from the bushes around Nguti, Manyemen, for those of you who are listening from Konye, if you're listening from Kendem, from Manfe, from Chang, from Kembong, from Majayukundip, from Sabongari, if you're listening from Oshe, those of you listening from Bengui, Bafut, and of course, if you're listening from the heart of Meme, that is Kumbao K-Town, I bring all of you patriotic salute. I want to say a big hello, a big shout out to all of you, and for us to understand the necessity of why some of us activists will have to come up often, to talk, in a week you could do 2 live shows. Is very tedious, but it is a commitment that we have with the people. And come rain, come shine, our independence is already there. We're almost getting there, and so I'll always come up to give you these very powerful words for you to understand the kind of belief we have. It is not an ordinary belief. It is not just a matter of doing live shows. It's a matter of how much we feel in our hearts, the commitment, and everything that we hope this struggle will bring forth. Ladies and gentlemen, you are aware that our brothers and sisters have lost their lives in their thousands. You are aware that we have in many more thousands our brothers and sisters who are refugees, both in internally and externally. They have been displaced. So today I come with this very important 4-point agenda. Although I have 3 there on the video because of space. Sometimes you don't want to put everything over there. So thank you guys for the commitment. Those of you watching from Ground Zero, this is a special show for you, and we will observe. Somebody proposed I will observe a minute or so silent for the fallen people of Ambazonia. Yes, I think while you join, let's just observe a 30-second silence for all our heroes that have fallen. Amen. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you so much for that great proposal. That gives us the spirit to start today. I'm going to kick off as soon as I have between 300 and 400 people live before we get the numbers coming in. So invite your friends and share extensively. There's been a lot of noise about what Ngang has been saying. I'll kick start as soon as we have 300, at least 300 people. When you join, you share, you like, you invite friends, and then we will get on with the show proper in just a couple of minutes. So I urge you to share. We're getting there soon. As soon as we get there, we're going to kickstart. And it is imperative for me to say that at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost getting there. So once we have, please, you join in, you keep writing. There is genocide in southern Cameroon. Free our leaders. And as soon as we get there, we will obviously, when we get to 300 plus, we'll start the show because we want to ensure that at least quite a number of people come up. We will move there as soon as we have a considerable number, like I've told you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is your responsibility to get us up and so that we can start our show in full spirit. And ladies and gentlemen, please, I think we are there. We have 300 people now on board in just a couple of minutes. And we think that in 8 minutes, so we want to make it 10 minutes so that we have more people coming in. So please, if you join up, you share, you invite friends, let's have as many people as possible. You can also share the link on WhatsApp groups so that some other people can join you, can watch with us, and we'll be sure that we are on and on. So I'm going to start in the next 1.5 minutes. I'm going to start the show fully to address the issues. I understand Secretary Chris Anu just came on. I didn't follow. I was going to watch that video, but I was also preparing for this live show. And thank God I didn't follow so that I won't be bothered to think I'll be repeating some things. I'm just going to say it the way we're supposed to do. Please, if you join, you share. We're having the numbers fluctuating. I think we will have to do exactly what we must do. I'll start in 1 minute. 1 minute, I'll be gone. And we'll be good to go. All right. Are we there? In 1 minute, I should start. Okay. I think it's there about 300 to 92, which is just okay. It's perfect for a good start. We're going to start. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that the struggle has reached a level where we have a lot of people who have failed to understand the need to be committed. Everybody must not be on the control seat in order for us to get to Biya. People have to understand that there is the necessity for the struggle to go ahead in the direction that God has directed. And, I don't find it funny. I think I want to address this Maminga issue very systematically for us to understand, and then from there I'll move to the other points on our table. You see, there is something about society that Ngang has not understood. And please, if you join, you share. And I told a couple of people on WhatsApp that you should understand that The people can be very mad, and they don't know that they are mad. But some people are really mad, and they know that they are mad. You see, the only truth, because I hear Mangang or Mamingang has been saying a lot of things, and some people keep sharing. You share some funny audio, and you keep sharing. You share and you share, and then you think people will not react. We have reached a stage in this revolution where we don't need people distracting us. And you always come to a point when I always come to talk. And when I talk, I hold the position of respecting everybody. I hold everybody in my heart without, and I'm doing this video without prejudice. I don't have anything against Mangan. I've never had anything against her. I don't have anything against anybody in the interim government. I'm just doing my job. And this is the point. I've been communicating with almost everybody in the interim government, those who are in now, those who are not. I've been communicating with other people from other movements and stuff like that. So what Mangang has not understood is that normally I don't have respect for people who don't have respect for humanity, who don't have respect for the truth. You see, the issue is this. In society, there is only one person who stays at a disadvantage point, a person who has already, when you've already actually you've lost trust. You don't try to gain trust by trying to make another person lose trust. That is what some people don't understand. You have to move away from this I must pull my brother down by all cost attitude. We have to move away from that. You see, Mamingang or Mangang, this video particularly is to address your issue because it's beginning to cause some kind of distraction, and some people enjoy it because they think that, oh, this is an opportunity to get to the IJ. I want to say something here. The interim government is not my government. It's not Dr. Sako's government. It's not your government. It's the government for the people of Ambazonia. I respect that government, not because I have anything to do with anybody or anything to do with that body or that particular government, but because it represents the people of Ambazonia. 99.99%, I can tell you with authority that 99.99% of the people of Ambazonia believe in that government. And even Mr. Biya knows that for him to puncture this revolution is to get somebody like Dr. Sakona. That is why the United States ambassador turned around and pointed at the US that they have a group of people. Before Dr. Sako became president, before Secretary Chris Anu got involved, before I got so involved, the issue was in Nigeria because Seseko was there. You see, look, we have a very powerful activist in Mark Barita, very strong guy. But have you ever heard them mentioning that, somebody in Belgium or somewhere is causing confusion? They know Mark is doing a fabulous job. But their problem is that they understand that this interim government has a route that if they take off, because when they took Seseko, His Excellency Seseko and the other members, they knew that the revolution was going to die. They didn't care about any other groups. They didn't care about any other group that was existing. Now the interim government has reconstituted. And then Dr. Sako has done well to repair, some of those bad seats within the government. I call them bad seats. I'm going to name them. And then now the La Republique knows and understands very well that we have to puncture these people. They started by lobbying with the U.S. Ambassador to Cameroon to try to put fear in the interim government and some of us in the U.S. But they didn't succeed because, of course, Eric Tato came out to dismiss that fear. Today, when we have moved a step forward, self-defense groups are organized and we're having very tangible and commendable results on the ground. Somebody comes in the name of Manga and says that, tries to bring confusion that the interim government is negotiating with La Republique. You see, the problem is that Mangang is not wrong. I'll tell you why she's not wrong. Mangang is not wrong. She's very correct. What Mangang is saying is very right. Mangang is so correct. You know why? Mangang is correct because when a child gets up from a dream, that a child eats in a dream, or drinks yogurt or takes yogurt in a dream, or milk in a dream, the child thinks that dream is a reality. I think Ngang is gone back to the level of a child, and so she thinks she's dreaming. I mean, what kind of level of confusion is this? I mean, because let me tell Ngang something. If I have the capacity to arrest her, because anybody who wants to disturb this struggle, we can arrest and keep her, or keep the person until after independence. If you give me Ngang, I'll forget that she's my mother. I'll put her on somewhere on the sofa and give her like 200 and something strokes. 200. Nonsense. Is it not madness to see a woman, you are disturbing people, audio left, right, center, people are sharing? Is that not crazy? You're just mad. It's not normal. I mean, how can a woman at her age, you were at the interim government when His Excellency Seko was there, the interim government hadn't any problem. As soon as you leave, just like the other woman they call Dr. Liz, you started bringing problems left, right. Because let me tell you something that you don't know, Ngang. I recommended through my live shows and my write-ups that people who are like worms in the interim government should be ejected. They should be evicted. And if Dr. Sako did not remove that group, did not sanction that group, you inclusive, I would have told the people of Ambassador that the interim government is fake. But the reality is that the honesty of Dr. Sako in putting you people aside, it gives me a rekindled hope that we can trust this interim government. And for those of you in other groups who are sharing Ngang stuff, sharing. I told one girl inbox, I don't want to mention her name, she was sharing and making stuff. I told her that, listen, don't share rubbish to me. I don't entertain rubbish. Eric Tato does not entertain rubbish. And if Ngang does not know, let me tell Ngang something. The point is that she's sick, and that's why she's confused between the truth and reality. She knows between the truth and something that is not true and a lie. Ngang, where did you see Dr. Sako or the interim government trying to negotiate with Biya? Where did you see them? It's only in a dream. So you are very right to say that they are negotiating, because you are getting up from a very big slumber. You have to take the fact. Listen, I want to say this and say it to those of you who were with Seseko, who were not arrested, and who refuse to talk to the commission, that you cannot destroy this struggle. You will not destroy this struggle. You Ngang, you Milan, you Nalowa, you Dr. Ojong, you people will not destroy this struggle. I want to tell you both to your faces that no matter what you do, no matter the matter, we will get to Boya. No matter the blackmail, because if Dr. Sako stayed quiet, ignored what happened, and brought you back into the interim government, you will not be saying this rubbish. You will not be saying this rubbish. You will not be saying this rubbish. You are saying it now because you are no longer in the interim government. Let me tell you something. I trust this interim government of Dr. Sako 2 billion%. Because 2 billion, I have nothing to do with that interim government. I have no position, I have no take, no say, but I trust the interim government because I have known from my sources that they don't be surprised that they can come and kill this man here, this Dr. Sako here, the way things are going. Because now the Republic knows the stability, the progress of this struggle since Dr. Sako came in is enormous. There is no doubt that our president Seseko was very charismatic and he did a wonderful job, and that is why the Republic came and took them. They did everything, spend money to take those people. Now we have a new group, a clean group, and then you are trying to destroy it. Ngang, be careful. Ngang, be careful. Listen, how do you people even share stuff from Ngang? Ngang lies like Linus. In fact, our new name is Ngang Linus. That's how we'll be calling her from today. Henceforth, tell Ngang that Eric Tato has given her a new name. Please write it there. Ngang Linus. That's her new name. Do not comment anywhere that you see Ngang without putting Linus behind her name. Ngang Linus. That's her new name. Write it down. It is too much. It is too much. Please, Ngang Linus. I want to see that before I continue talking. Ngang Linus. Everybody put that down. This is too much. This is too much. How can we imagine, and we sit and imagine that people, our president Sisiko, disappeared, and then the 5 or 4 people who were left, they cannot talk to us, and what they do is that they turn back to destroy the very interim government that the Republic is scared of. Let me tell you, her name is Ngang Linus. Write it there. Ngang, I want you to listen. You have never been truthful from the beginning of this struggle. I started listening to your audios. I was listening carefully. I was listening. You have never been truthful. And your new name now, from now, henceforth, by Eric Tato, is Ngang Linus. Ngang Linus. That's your name. From today, that's what we'll call you, because you lie, you imagine things, you create things, you bring confusion. That's not how a woman is supposed to be. God forbid. What image are you giving your children and your family? Do you think of this? You think of the aftermath? Listen, Manga. There are two things. There are two things. We have popularity and notoriety, and all of that fall under being well known. To be well known does not make you popular. It either makes you popular or notorious. For now, you are notorious in telling lies. And I ask you, Ngang Linus, that what is your benefit? I've stayed too quiet. I thought that Ngang, you ask yourself that after this struggle, what is going to happen? What about your image? Are you thinking about this? Look at the U.S. ambassador telling Mr. Biya that think of your legacy. I'm making a legacy for myself. I'm making a legacy for myself while I'm fighting for the struggle. I want to be remembered for doing the things that impacted the lives of 8 million Ambazonians. I've put everything on the line. I put my business in Cameroon on the line, put my family on the line, put my time on the line, put my job on the line, put everything on the line. And we will not have nobody in the form of Ngang Linus come to destroy it. It will never happen. I want to say it here, clear that, please. The interim government has not met anybody from the Republic. If that had happened, I would have known. Me, Eric Tato, I would have known. Because I have my intelligence planted everywhere. All of you following me, you know that before I come to say something. And Dr. Sako cannot try that nonsense. He cannot try it. He can never try it. Yes, that is Linus. Not Linus, the name. Lie and then Nus. So you have to add E. Is Linus. Ngang Linus. Because that woman, she lies. I mean, you create things, you sit and create. Listen, please, I want to say it today. If you forward me any audio from Ngang, I will take the necessary measures to make sure that you don't forward me anything again. I know what to do. I don't like to block people. But if you forward me any audio from Ngang on WhatsApp, I will make sure you don't forward me anything again. Because we cannot be forwarding lies. We participate in lies forwarding. Ngang knows what she's doing. Okay, now Comrade Milan has brought scope or his cap or his keep or his scope or his water. I don't know how they call it. Now, in order for Ngang, because he works with Milan, in order for her to see how scope can be popular. And I want to tell Dr. Sako something. Dr. Sako, this one is not something I'm supposed to call you and tell you, my president. All those country heads that are trying to liaise with Milan, sack them. Sack them immediately. Sack them. This struggle with all this stage will not get for the take nonsense of people. And know all those country heads. I know all will not have all the details about what people are doing. Some of you are trying to make like this. If whatsoever, because I have said it that so long as I talk about act formed by these other people who, when there were 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of them in the hall, they went and formed act. I said that we don't need any more groups. We need to be united. I will talk about scope in the same manner. Scope does not exist to me. Scope is persona non grata. It doesn't exist in Ambazonia. Let them do what they are doing. It's not our business. But let them leave us alone. Let's concentrate with our interim government and get our people to Biya. I want us to listen very carefully. That enough is enough. We will no longer be taking nonsense from people who have taken upon themselves. They are very hypocrites who make like they love this struggle too much. And Ngang, please be careful. Be careful, Ngang. I've told you, Ngang Linus, that if I have my way, you have 200 strokes for disturbing this struggle. We don't want that nonsense again. Discard any information from Ngang. It's not normal that we are trying to concentrate. We see, you people have seen results on the ground the last couple of days. The Republic is panicking. We are thinking on how to expand this revolution to take the fight to the enemy's camp. Somebody is there sitting somewhere crazy in Nigeria, there sitting somewhere in a small, tiny, crazy place. You make audios and then you put out there and begin to disturb people. What nonsense! It should stop. It should stop. Don't send me anything from Ngang anymore. Don't send me anything because that is nonsense. If it's something constructive to help the struggle, okay, exceptionally send to me. But if something like that kind of nonsense she's vomiting from small corners on cheap phones and sending to people because Android is cheap. Anybody sits anywhere, you just record something. If they were saying that people should be recording, I don't know what is wrong with Ngang. Is this thing normal? Is this thing normal? Listen, people. So how many strokes of the cane should we give Ngang? I want people to propose. Should we give Ngang Linus? How many? Let me see how many. Somebody say 500. Let's see how many. We'll make an average. Let her know how angry Ambazonians are. How many strokes should we give Ngang? How many strokes should we give Ngang? If it's not that she's sick or she's bipolar, what is wrong with that woman? How a woman at her age, you're trying to confuse people. Let me say something. You know why she's going to lose and lose and lose and lose some more? Because at this stage of this struggle, people already know who is who. They know who is who. For example, for somebody like me, I was building my reputation, building my credibility over the months. With all the attacks, I kept on doing what I was doing. And today, I have put myself in a vantage position. There is nothing you can do to change that fact about Eric Tato's credibility. You cannot change it. If somebody has already lost credibility like Ngang and Milan and Naloa, you cannot gain credibility by trying to rob some other person's credibility. You are supposed to gain credibility by doing some things. Okay, take for example, look at Bala. I want to just quote a simple example with Bala. Bala went down to zero. I mean, after Bala left jail, if Bala went down to zero, and I did live shows here, I told people, if you remember very well, I'm not saying it now because people are loving Bala. No, I said it in many of my live shows that Bala remains very important in this struggle. Who does not remember when I said it? When I started doing live videos, and every time I said what Bala is doing, nobody can do. Okay, now I said this. Now Bala went down. Bala did not start fighting people. He did not start fighting the IG, fighting this. Bala started doing his own positive things to contribute to this struggle. Bala was moving to places. Bala was doing this. And we kept on insulting him. We insulted that lawyer. We insulted that international lawyer. We kept on insulting Bala. Even my friend Tapang was insulting Bala because he wanted to get popular. You don't get popular by doing that. I only come when I want to talk about people is because it has reached here and it's a fact. You don't simply sweat because you think that people... When I used to talk about people that all of you, when I used to talk about Tepang and the rest, all of you used to be against me, but you see that I was speaking the truth. Now Bala has changed the tables. One of the persons who hold this struggle now is Bala. The thing is, yes, people remember when I used to talk about Bala that, please, that man remains very vital. Let's give him our support. So Ngang, that is how you're supposed to copy. Bala has moved. I rated Bala when they burned the father's compound in Bakwele. Bala was zero. He was like 2% of Ambazonian approved Bala. Today it's about 80%. It's not joke. Tomorrow he will go to 100. He's the strongest person in this revolution. Ngang, you think you cannot be like that? All you do is to go behind, make audios, insult the IG. I will talk. I must talk. You didn't have a talking competition. You did compete with who, Ngang? You did compete with who? You can't talk lies all the time. Every time you are lying left, right, lying center, lying this, doing that. What nonsense? What nonsense? I'm asking that. What nonsense? That's what I'm asking you. Ngang, respect yourself. Respect yourself. Respect yourself. Now, without said, we want to go to another very important thing, which is Lake Awin. And I will say this with proofs to put some things forth to you so that you understand. My name is Eric Tato. Before I come to say something, I know what I'm saying. And I don't know where people came out with that story that Lake Awin exploded. It did not explode. I said it, I've always said it. You know, the fact that some people, I want people, especially those of you in the Northwest, listen carefully. Please share massively this video. It's very important, this stage. This is the most crucial thing I want to say. Now, I want us to listen. There is something we call in communication, information superhighway. Not everybody I want to have a little headache, but that's okay. Not everybody is opportune to be in the corridors of information. I am privileged to have some of these confirmed doors. Now, you remember in February when there was a lot of noise about Sisiku, Nalowa, and all of that, the extradition saga, I came out with an unbeatable report, and I used the word authoritatively. The National Telegraph Secretary Stringers have authoritatively confirmed that Barrister Nalowa B was not extradited. That is what Eric Tato said, 2nd of February. I'm not saying this because I want to give myself credit, because I'm coming to the Lake Awin story. Now, of all the comments, 99.99% came and said, fake, 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 fake. Nalowa is in Yaoundé, fake, this, stay quiet, don't have any news, stay quiet. And I stayed quiet, but I told them that fake does not mean something you don't know. But Eric Tato is saying that Nalowa is still in Nigeria. And behold, after a while, everybody came to realize that there was only one person who had the confirmed dome. I can give myself credit for that. That's first point. You have followed a lot of things that I've published. People come and say fake, and then the next 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you come and see that it's exactly the way it is. Now back to Lake Awin. On the 19th, I published that 17, 18, 19, I published about some 8 soldiers who were arrested in Lebialem. I also published about the second assistant SDO. I have the screenshot there. I published that one, and on a WhatsApp, journalism WhatsApp group on the 19th. I want to share this screenshot with you. Just a minute. I'm almost there. Good. So let me reduce the rules. Okay, I'm sure that we can see this. Okay, it's clear now. Okay, this is 19th of May. You can see the date there. It's 19th of May. For those of you who see it, and then if you go down, you see this is what I wrote, that some people were saying that it's the duo of Fontaine that was arrested. But I said, no, it was not the duo. I can authoritatively, I want you to look at this place with the yellow. I can authoritatively say that it's the second assistant SDO. That was 19th. I will still have to show it. You will see, and I was talking about this lead issue. This is it. You see the lead there. That was put in Lake Awin. I still insisted in that group. That was 19. That was the date 19 on WhatsApp. And this is what I said about the second assistant SGO. Okay, now, why have I shown you this? Because there are things that I would know as a reporter. Because by the grace of God, God has blessed me in a way that people trust me, and a lot of people share information with me from high levels. You see, that is the SGO story that I said it is not the deal. I posted in a big journalism WhatsApp forum. I also posted on my timeline or somewhere, I don't remember. And I said it was not a deal. It was a second assistant SGO. I said it authoritatively. Okay, nobody knew. And some of you only saw it today because the video is out. When I published, and then later the video came out. And most Francophones on my wall, they came and said, fake news, fake news, fake news. Fake news, oh, it appeared opposite. Oh, let me see. Okay, then it means that, let me see. If I turn it like this, is it okay now? Does it appear okay now? Let me see. I've turned it upside down here. If it appears okay now, I want to see somebody confirm that. Is it okay? Upside down again. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to post that on my wall, but I don't know why it appears like that. It's very funny though, but that's just it. Oh, it's okay now. Well, that's fine. Yeah, late and the SGO stuff. So the point is this. When the news of Lake Awin went viral, I said that they have touched that lake and there was no explosion. When John Barco called me, said, hey bro, is there any explosion there? I said no. Nothing exploded there. Now, what is the point? I told John Barco and others that they have put something in that lake and in other water supply sources. Mark my words. And God so kind that somebody started a false alarm about the explosion of that lake. And people started drinking palm oil. That is God. People started drinking palm oil. And you see, this chemical, when it's put in water, even during evaporation, wind, it affects people. It particularly causes fatigue a lot. And the regime knows what they are doing. So I'm saying that for those of you in Bamenda, I am talking with people on the ground. You see, the water changed after some time. I'm sure the water started coming back to normal. The water in Bamenda was abnormal. Most of you must have noticed. And the truth is that they tampered with those water sources. And thank God that everybody, if you do not drink oil, go and take some in regulatory quantities. That's what I've said. Quote me anywhere. They have taught the water in Bamenda and other areas, and will keep informing the people. If you are in Bamenda, you will see that during this period, water changed. That's because they know what they have done. And the oil that we took helped us enormously. And do not forget about people who only come on social media, who told them that the phone will not go to the lake to go and take pictures. It's normal. The lake did not explode. The lake has a way it works. Of course, palm oil prevents intoxication a great deal. It is a neutralizer. It subdues the power. It does. You see people confirming from Bamenda that the water was dirty because they introduced stuffs in the water. That is the truth. And people want to get us distracted. Every Tato is saying it. Each time I say something, if you don't take it, people will die from that thing. People will die. It can cause miscarriage. It has a long-term effect. And so when you take oil, you neutralize it. I think the potency, we should expect that by now. What they put there for the purpose they were hoping that people will not discover, I think it is done. If water is still dirty, boil your water and then take a little bit of palm oil from time to time. It's not going to kill you. Just take a regulatory quantity, maybe for the next 2-3 days. Don't say that I didn't tell you. I have no reason. Why? What is my gain? Do I sell palm oil? Do I have any farm that is manufacturing palm oil in Bamenda that I think that I want to make a business from palm oil? That's why I'm spreading this kind of news? No. I don't. There was no explosion. That's what Eric Tato said. There was no explosion. I said it from day one, from when I did the last video before this, I said that there was no explosion. So, we are only saying that you have to take your time because they have touched those water sources. And the government is so wicked and so wicked and so wicked that you don't want to imagine. Please, if you join, you share. We have 611 people watching this show. Everybody is supposed to share, is supposed to like the show and share widely. That is all you have. Sharing and liking a live video is an interpretation of how you feel and what you think about what this speaker is saying. It remains imperative. That's your job. Now, those of you in Bamenda, take your time. You see, we will still have people who will come and make fun out of this palm oil stuff. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. I don't have no business. I don't have no gain. I'm not insisting on proving anything. It's just the way Eric Tato does his things. If you do not understand what it means for a reporter like me to be where the corridors of information, you did not know that I had a friend in the BLM until he died. Siri of blessed memory. We have people in places that tell us things. With that said, I want to go to this other important thing about the spirit of the revolution and self-defense forces. And then I'll mix it up with the Biya limousine or Range Rover Sentinel and the situation of the late lecturer Samson Eyong Tambong, who died in a motor accident. Now, I want to seize this opportunity in my name to congratulate all those on the ground who are defending homeland. To tell you people that what you did from before 20th May, during 20th May, and after 20th May is something that nobody ever imagined. But we knew that you were not going to disappoint us. And I put my voice together with other activists to tell you a big thank you. But the job is not yet done. This is my advice. Now, this is what we're going to do. Please, this message is for the interim government and for all defense groups and all Ambazonians. Listen attentively, ladies and gentlemen. And like I say every time, like I've always said, we are in a revolution, not a romance. The interim government should be updating us with the situation about the, I know there are technical things that the interim government cannot talk about, but we want to know the state and the stakes of my trip to Biya, what we have had. It is no longer news that they are killing us, and at this juncture, the interim government must make huge provisions for guns and ammunition. We need them, and we need them badly. Why do we need them? Because we want to go across the Mongo. I keep talking about this, and we must say it the way it is. We have to go across the Mongo. We have to go across the Mongo. So those defense groups, you already heard what happened in Lum. Those defense groups, they need guns and good bullets and bombs. And the interim government, I'm saying this because in the United States, it's your right to hold arms. They have killed our people in the thousands and thousands, and now is the time to take the fight to La Republic. We have to go there and start burning their villages, disrupting their schools, and burning down their government structures, stopping markets, and making sure that there is total commotion in that area. How are we going to do this? The interim government must hold this responsibility tight. We have a lot of defense groups and people, individuals on the ground who want to work, but they don't have the means. They keep complaining to me. I will do a special live show to give us directives on how we can get to contact other defense groups, because we have to be careful. Now, we must move across the Mongo and start the fight. We are starting. We are not continuing. It's a new fight altogether. While we'll be defending homeland, they have violated our airstripes. They have come to our boundaries. They have raped our girls. They have killed our women, killed our fathers, destroyed our crops, burned down our houses, disrupted our businesses, stopped our schools, killed more Ambazonians. But now is the time to turn the table around. There is no more time for talking. We have to move. Listen, it's very cheap. You need just one person of Ambazonian, we get to Douala and disrupt the whole market. We need one person. And I want Mr. Biya to know that we will do this thing in no time. It must happen. The fight is already there, and in no time, people will start seeing things happen. So we will burn those villages and disrupt those schools. Quote me anywhere. My name is Eric Tato. This is what I'm saying. I stand by it. I stand to be condemned in any court, in any international organization, that I have said that the fight should be taken to La Republic. It's an international fight. You cannot cross the boundary of another country. You are burning their villages, killing their girls, raping women, killing youths in disorderliness. And you think that this post should stay quiet. No, we will not stay quiet. It doesn't matter what name they call us. La Republic is the only person that calls Ambazonian terrorists. And now we want to show them the real definition of terrorism. We'll get to that place. And listen, it's very easy. You need just one person. Get into the school. Get into Lycée Daido. Get into these areas. Fix some bombs. Shoot the hell out of anybody who stands on your way. Because that is what they do in our territory. We will not sit down and watch these people continuously kill us. No, it will not happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is now your responsibility to contribute and to provide your relatives with guns. Boys who want to fight will have to provide them with guns to make sure that we get these things done once and for all. There is no more time for all this talking. Put your contributions on the table and let's move this fight to La Republic big time. When we go across the Mongo, go to Yaoundé, to Betwa, to Ebolova, to Kribi, to Douala, to Yabasi, to Edeya, these people will start talking. Biya will come to the negotiating table without his eyes open. Listen, this is what we're going to do. Go to Douala, kill 2 gendarmes. Let them go and burn those villages. Let's see. Listen, don't tell me about being modest. This time, I don't call this thing granite or whatever. It's guns. We need guns to fight. And that is what we're going to get. So, interim government, you have the responsibility to make arrangements. Don't forget about this diplomacy thing. You are doing diplomacy. Do that on the field. The only time that the Republic will talk and that the diplomacy will work, there is no way any country is going to recognize us by us moving from their doors to their doors. When we start fighting and inflicting a lot of pains on the Republic, listen. Let me tell you people something. This revolution is not a romance. We have to fight it to the last. And the Republic has always thought that we are joking. They think we are in a disadvantaged position. No, we are no longer there. Meanwhile, Francophones will be living by month's end. We want to cause a complete chaotic La Republic and Southern Cameroon. We cannot stay in peace in our place. They will not stay in peace in our place, and they will not also stay in peace in their own place. So we have to, it's a complete disruption. It's chaos. That tell Biya that every tattoo is going to flatten that country. It's my responsibility to make sure that I will go and burn even the Douala International Airport. Visitors, be aware that we are at war. And we were going to do it and do it big time. So whosoever thinks that we are joking, the person is joking double fold. This is the strategy. Go to those areas. I mean, I'm trying to give, the spirit is in those of you on the ground. Self-defense groups. This is the advice I'm giving you. Smuggle yourselves into La Republic. Nobody's going to get you. Go there and do the destruction maximally. If you want to claim responsibility, claim it. If you want to stay quiet, stay quiet. Burn their markets, burn their schools, burn their roads, destroy their bridges, destroy their pipes, destroy their water, destroy everything that's La Republic. That's what they're doing in Ambazonia. Until we do that, Biya will not speak the language. We have to destroy everything from human being to pin in La Republic. Because now it is no longer a fight against whosoever, is a fight against Anglophone. So we are taking it to their territory. Forget about the fact that we are just 8 million. People who don't know nothing, the Israelites were very infinitesimal. And what did Moses tell the Israelites? That the Egyptians you see today, you will see them no more. What about David and Goliath? What about the stories, many stories that you have read in the Bible? There is nothing like a small person in time of war. Only God is going to push us through. And God supports our ideology. You cannot fold your arms and see them kill you, rape your sisters, and you stay quiet. No. Move the fight to La Republic. Self-defense groups, take note. Smuggle yourself. You don't need a lot. We will go there. There are policemen who are ready to sell guns for operations. We will take them. We will make Biya to know that we can infiltrate that La Republic. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to disrupt La Republic. Nations Cup will not hold there. Nations Cup will not hold there. People who think that we are joking, they are joking double fold. See, let me tell you people something. We will turn the Republic upside. We'll mix it. We will turn that country. They have destroyed. Look at Banga Bakundu yesterday. On the 20th of May, a president parades in an expensive car, a car that is hundreds of millions, 500 million plus. And then they are burning Banga Bakundu, burning places in the northwest on 20th of May. And you people say we should stay quiet. No, we have to burn their own villages. See, let me tell you something. Let me talk something. See, if May this month end, any Francophone we see day from Bazonia, we not go. Any Francophone we see day. Blood of God. Because blood of Jesus not survive that kind of person. Now God is saying God give blood for that kind of human being. Any Francophone, we are not going to joke with these people. It should be a complete chaotic society. If we are not going to stay in peace in our land, we are not going to stay in peace in our land, nobody's going. A child who says the mother will not sleep, he too will not sleep. That is, we have to spoil everything. One last thing, I'll go in 5 minutes. For civil servants who are still in Ambazonia and still going to work, this is what we are going to do. Self-defense groups, take note. If a principal goes to school, leave her to go to school with him, go to their houses, get them in the night, arrest them, like you have arrested the second assistant SGO for Lebialem. Whether the principal or the government delegate or the divisional delegate is Francophone or Anglophone, if they go to work, arrest them. What we have to do now, we have to start burning all government offices. They don't have the resources. We have to burn go to Bamenda, burn to a regional delegation, burn a divisional delegation, burn everything down. That's what's going to happen. So exactly what we'll do. On Saturday, by the grace of God, or any day along the week, I'll have time, I'm still going to come up. For now, I want people to listen very attentively. That the strategy is taking the fight across the Mongo and getting La Republic, like Francophones, out of our territory. If we don't do this, we will not succeed. We cannot stay any more quiet while they burn our villages. So for us to get this fight done well and do it in the big way is to get it across the Mongo. Go to their markets, put some bombs around, explode the bombs in the middle of the market. Let them understand that we are not joking. Go to anywhere that is La Republic. I mean, anything that has La Republic, as soon as you have crossed the Mongo, destroy it. Put the bananas down. Put the police post down. Put the forestry post down. All their delegations. Go to all those companies in Douala. That is what we should do. It's easy. They don't have the resources. We just make something like fire there. When fire touches one company, the rest of those companies are burning down. If we burn like 10 companies in 2 months, Biya will know we are not joking. Go to a delegation. Let's start arresting La Republic people inside La Republic. That's what we'll do. Go to La Republic. Look at all those offices. They don't think that they are safe. Get a divisional delegate from one of these areas and say that we have arrested them. Let them begin to leave our territory. The only way to demilitarize Southern Cameroon is to go to La Republic and start causing the panic there. If we stay here, they will kill all of us. They will kill all of us. If tortoise not getting power, but get sense. You don't see where you come, tortoise see and say, he go back inside. So for go back inside and for go for that side, go disturb that people then. Now the only way that we will survive. Yes, we need bomb. I mean bomb. Correct bomb. We need bomb. That is what we are going to do. No matter what these people do. Quote me anywhere. My name is Eric Tato Tano. Anywhere, quote me. That's what I've said. That me, I personally, through my preachings, I will destroy La Republic. I will destroy that country. They have destroyed my country enough. I will not stay quiet. I think we will end here for today. I want to thank all of you for watching. But do not forget that you have the obligation to contribute. And I will find time to make a special show for us to support the interim government. After many months with my trip to Biya, I have finally analyzed and I've seen that we can go a long way with this. And whatever strategy you have my phone number, my email, WhatsApp number is always there. Get to me, introduce yourself, and leave me a message, leave me a missed call. It's easy for me to get your missed. When I get your missed calls, I can always come back to your messages. You know, it is not easy. You know, a lot of messages. So if some people have not read some messages, please don't be offended. I'm not ignoring you. It's just a lot on my hands. So God bless you. Long live Ambazonia, short live the struggle. And we will die fighting. Or we will live or we die fighting. Because that is the only thing that we have to do. If you don't want to die a kind of funny death, you have to fight like a hero. God bless you. And don't forget, Bamenda people, keep caution about the water sources, how you drink, look at the water carefully, and make sure that everything is right. For Francophones, you have until month end to get out of our country. You must get out of our country now, or you have yourself to blame at the end of this month. Thank you. Bye-bye. And for Ngang, don't forget your new name. Please share. And for those of you who join this show that you are not friends with me, to get my live shows every time I come up, it's easy. Just go to my page. You type Eric Tato, you enter, and then you click follow. From there, you can always follow my live shows everywhere you don't get the announcements. Thank you. Stay blessed.